44 minutes after. Two things that kind of hold the key to the future: science and our children. Science editor Michael Gillen reports on a new program that brings them together in an inspirational experiment.
Think blue. Think blue. Think hard. Blue.
Like
Blue.
Tinkerbell.
Blue. Uh-oh. Okay.
These third graders at the L.W. Beecher School in New Haven, Connecticut are watching a science experiment. But they themselves are something of a science education experiment run by undergraduate volunteers from nearby Yale University. It's called Project Demos.
Our goal at Demos is to convince young people that science is both fun and accessible to everyone, black or white, rich or poor, male or female, super intelligent or average. Okay? Science is something that everyone can do.
Jeffrey Laff is a senior majoring in biology. He founded Project Demos 4 years ago, and in that time has seen the idea catch on with his fellow undergrads.
If you turn it around like this. Okay.
This year alone, he's taught more than 30 Yaleys how to make science come alive. And they, in turn, have taken this super science show to more than 2,000 kids in the New Haven area.
Young people are naturally curious about science. And many of the people who now shy away from science, want to have nothing to do with it, started out really loving it. And somehow, the schools not only fail to inspire students to continue with science, but they manage to extinguish the natural curiosity that these kids already possess.
Demos is special because it benefits those segments of the population that are not very well represented in the sciences: blacks, Hispanics, women. The sad fact is we have failed miserably in getting these people interested in science and engineering. For the most part, scientists are and have always been white males. But as we approach the new century, that's going to change, and change dramatically. The reason is that all those scientists who pioneered the atomic age, the space age, and the computer age are quickly approaching the retirement age. Who will replace them? Not white males. Fewer and fewer of them are entering the workforce. In fact, according to the National Research Council, by the year 2000, only 15% of all new employees in this country will be white males.
We're going to do an experiment together.
So if we want to avoid a shortage of scientists, we must cast our nets wider than we ever have before. And that's where Demos comes in.
We want to get this egg into there without touching the egg. Who thinks it's going to work?
I do.
Go ahead, drop them in. Go ahead. The air molecules inside are heating up, and they're escaping. And what happens? Who's winning? Outside, right. All right.
This is an effective program. Students interact. We need that. Science offers a different avenue in that some children are learning in a tactile way, others in an auditory. So therefore, by bringing in this type of demonstration where they can become actively involved, it's certainly going to, again, help build a firmer foundation for science.
According to the Educational Testing Service, many third graders never get a chance to do a science experiment. Most never even get to go out on a scientific field trip. But thanks to Demos, these kids will participate in a dozen experiments. And while they may not understand everything they see, they're bound to be inspired by the magic of it all.
It was like amazing, like how could they turn something clear to yellow?
It looked like it was magic, but then I found out it really could happen, and I was like, how can I do it?
In just a decade, these third graders could be in the freshman class of the year 2000. And if programs like Demos succeed, they could also help to change the face of science.
Wonderful program. What's the scope of this now?
It's small scale, Joan. About a dozen schools, a couple thousand kids over